Part 60. Codifying Acts of Worship. As the Prophet finally established a base in Medina, a holistic Muslim society began to form. Most major pillars of Islam, except for Hajj, which required access to Mecca, were established within the first year of the new state. The basic rulings of prayer were perfected, and the Prophet said, "Pray as you have seen me pray." The rulings of purification, including number 1. Wuzu. Ablution, which is the washing of one's hands, face, arms, and feet, as well as wiping the head, is an obligatory prerequisite for prayer. The sunnah of wuzu is to also rinse the mouth and nose and wipe the ears. Number 2. Ghusl. Ritual washing consisting of washing the entire body and rinsing the mouth and nose. It is required after sexual intercourse or ejaculation. And number 3. Istinja. Cleaning one's private parts after urinating or defecating were all revealed. Fasting was gradually introduced. The first obligated fast was the 10th of Muharram, 9 months after the Hijrah. The Prophet decreed, "Whoever ate breakfast in the morning, let him fast for the rest of the day." The following Ramadan was then obligatory to fast. Allah revealed, Ramadan is the month in which the Quran was revealed as a guide for humanity with clear proofs of guidance and the standard. So whoever is present this month, let them fast. But whoever is ill or on a journey, then let them fast an equal number of days after Ramadan. Allah intends ease for you, not hardship, so that you may complete the prescribed period and proclaim the greatness of Allah for guiding you, and perhaps you will be grateful. Surah 2, verse 185. Fasting the 10th of Muharram then became sunnah, that is, no longer obligatory. In Ramadan, Zakah al-Fitr became obligatory, alms tax of breaking the fast, paid after Ramadan. It is 1 sa, 4 double handfuls of food, grain, or dried fruit for each member of the family. A few months later, Zakah al-Mal also became obligatory. Alms tax of wealth, which is 2.5% of one's wealth, paid once a year. It is obligatory upon every free, sane Muslim who possesses the minimum amount of wealth required, referred to as the nisab. The Prophet also began implementing societal reforms, the first of which was to demarcate a new souk to establish financial independence. The Ansar were historically engaged in agriculture while the marketplaces were run by the Jews. The Prophet visited these souks and disapproved of many of the practices such as cheating, deception, and high levies. The Prophet then said to the Muslims, "This is not a souk for you." He then walked back to the mosque and created lines in the sand with his own blessed feet and said, "This shall be your souk. Let it not be diminished and let no one tax the people in it." The Prophet encouraged a free and open market for the Muslims so their businesses may thrive. These hadiths have led some to claim that Islam promotes a capitalist financial system. This is categorically false, especially when compared to unrestricted capitalism. While Islam inevitably shares concepts with capitalism, socialism, and many other isms, its financial structure transcends any particular economic system. The Prophet linked trade and commerce to religiosity and spirituality, rather than secularizing the religion or limiting it to personal worship. He described the righteous businessmen as blessed on the day of judgment, while those who cheat and lie will face their consequences. He demanded a certain code of conduct. He forbade cheating and lying, swearing false oaths, and hiding defects. He even monitored the markets himself. It was narrated that he saw a bag of grain which was partly water-soaked and defective. The trader had attempted to conceal this defect by placing dry grain over the wet parts. He then said, "Whoever cheats is not from me, that is my ummah." He banned the exploitative practice of trading with usury, riba, as commanded by Allah. The Prophet even forbade Medinan residents from representing Bedouins in the souk, as it was common practice for locals to exploit uninformed Bedouins and travelers.